Welcome to our few minutes together on the Parsha, and a good Chodesh to everyone. Tonight, of course, is the first night of Rosh Chodesh Kislev. Our Parsha Toldos speaks mostly about Yitzchak and his family. It's really the only Parsha that speaks about Yitzchak. And when talking about Yitzchak, we even find the word from which the name Yaakov is derived. Here's where it shows up. When Yitzchak has the famine and he's on his way down to Mitzrayim, Hashem tells him not to go to Egypt, but to stay in the land of the Plishtim. And he tells him, Gur ba'aretz hazos, dwell as a stranger in this land, ve'eheyeh imcha v'avarachecha, and I will be with you, and I will bless you. Why? Ki lecha u'lezaracha etenes kol ha'aratzos ha'el. Because to you and to your seed I will give these lands, meaning the land of Israel. V'hakimosi es hashavua, and I will fulfill and keep upstanding my promise, asher nishbati la'Avraham avicha, which I swore to Avraham your father, and it's going to be fulfilled through you. In addition, v'her beisi es zaracha kechokvei hashamayim, I will increase your seed like the stars in the heaven, v'nosati l'zaracha es kol ha'aratzos ha'el, and I will give to your seed all of these lands. V'hizbarachu b'zaracha kol goyei ha'aretz, and all the nations of the world will be blessed through your seed. And then comes the word, Akev. Akev means in exchange for. Just like Yaakov was called Yaakov because he held on to the heel of Esav, and what he wanted to do was exchange and take his place. As Rashi points out, just as he was the first to be created, so he wanted to be the first to exit into the world. So he was holding on to the heel of Esav as if to say, I want to take his place. So they called his name Yaakov. He will take the place of, he will exchange and take the place of Esav and be ultimately the firstborn. Here it says, Akev, in exchange for, I'm going to do all these things, says Hashem to Yitzchak. I'm going to give you the land. I'm going to bless your children. All the world's families will be blessed through your children. Akev, in exchange for the following fact, Asher Shama Avraham Bekoli, that Avraham listened to my voice. Vayishmar mishmarti, and he guarded my watch. Mitzvosai, chukosai v'sorosai. My mitzvos, my statutes, and my Torahs. Rashi comments that, of course, Vayishmar Mishmarti means he guarded all the fences around the Torah, all the things that keep us far away from doing an Aveira. But when it comes to the other three words that Avram kept, mitzvosai, my mitzvos, my commandments, chukosai, my statutes, v'sorosai, and my Torahs, what does that refer to? What are these three things? Based on the writings of the Ramban and the Rashi, and in the most contemporary time of Shamshon Farel Hirsch, we can understand that the word mitzvos referred to the commandments that even if the Torah would not have written them, we would have abided by them. The laws between man and man, the laws that have to do with the civil obedience, which helps the world function, not stealing, not murdering, and so on. Well, when it comes to chukosai, my chukim, my statutes refer to laws that are given by the king without any explanation. You can figure out an explanation if you like, but it's because the king decreed them. And Rashi himself gives examples, like when it comes to shatnez, which no apparent reason is given for, and all the physical restrictive laws, like not eating things which aren't kosher, all the Jewish family laws, all of these things have to do with statutory law, and Hashem said they are gzeirat hamelech, they are decrees of the king, which others make fun of, but we keep them strongly. And of course, the final thing, Torosai, my teachings, and my teachings refer to those things which will teach man about God, like the keeping of Shabbos, and the wearing of tzitzis, and the saying of Havdalah on Motzai Shabbos and Kiddush before Shabbos, like Rosh Chodesh and Shavuos and Pesach, Shavuos and Sukkos, the taking of a lulav and esrog and sitting in a sukkah, making the seder and drinking the 4 cups. All of these things, whether midoraisa or midorabanan, are Torah's teachings about Hashem. And because Avraham kept all these 3, therefore the blessing is coming to Yitzchak. I think there's an important message here, and that is Avraham made no distinction between the civil laws, the mitzvos, the chukim, the decrees of Hashem, the decrees of God, the king, and the Torahs, the teachings. And so we too, we have to recognize that we not only have to keep the laws that we might say, agree with, or that make sense to us, but the Torah is one whole package. And the greatness of Avraham, our father, was Akev in exchange for his combining all of these and recognizing the value of following the teachings of the Torah through the mitzvos, the chukim, and the Torahs. That is what got the blessing to Yitzchak, that he's going to get the land and his children are going to be the source of blessing for the world. May we see that that is fulfilled through us. Have a wonderful Shabbos and a good Chodesh.